Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Been waiting to do this video for a minute, but I wanted to make sure I got everything, all the pieces put together so we could get this thing set up right and how I want it the first time. But this is my brand new Weatherby Model 307 Range XP. That is a mouthful, but this particular one is in 257 Weatherby Magnum, which is one of the main reasons that I'm super excited to get this out to the range today. 257 Weatherby Mag has been a cartridge that I've wanted to get my hands on for a really long time, and today we're going to do that for the first time. But real quick once over, you can see it has a vertical style grip, adjustable cheek piece, adjustable length of pull. You can came with a spacer or two to put in there. Box mag, this has an adjustable trigger down to 2.5 pounds. It has a toolless takedown bolt. This entire rig in the 257 Weatherby is 7.5 pounds, so not terribly heavy. Fluted barrel. The 257 Weatherby mag is a 26-inch barrel with a 1 in 10 twist. It ships with a brake, but you can see here, I put my can on here. This is the Banish Backcountry can. It's a 30 cal can. And picked up some Leupold rings, 34 millimeter rings. Picked those up from Tolliver's the other day. And for the piece of glass, I'm putting a real nice piece of glass on here. Zerotech Vengeance 5-25 by 56. It's got a good reticle in there where we'll be able to do some long range stuff with this. And the bullets I'm going to be sighting it in with today is the Weatherby loaded 100 grain Hornady interlocks. So just to give you a quick look at that. Why am I sighting it in with this stuff today? Well, it's because I got 2 boxes of this. Stay tuned. I have picked up some other types of stuff. I'm going to be group testing several different Weatherby loadings out of this thing. So stay tuned for that. But let me go over to the bench and get this glass put on, and let's get this thing sighted in and see what we think about it. First thoughts of the Weatherby Model 307 Range XP, and my first time testing out 257 Weatherby Mag. I'm pretty excited. Let me get this glass put on. All right, I about got this baby ready to go now. Got the scope on there, even used my levels. Like I said, wanted to take my time and do a really good job mounting this up, not have to come back and redo it. But this is with the medium height Leupold rings, just to kind of give you a reference if you were trying to do the same thing. Show you the scope over bore there. That's with the medium height Leupold rings. But like I said, took my time, torqued everything, and we are now ready to go. What I'm gonna do is at 10 yards on this plate, if you've seen the show, you see how I've normally sight stuff in. I'm gonna get it on at 10 yards, and then we're gonna go back to 100 and get this thing sighted in and do a little bit of group testing with it. I am super excited. Weatherby Model 307 in 257 Weatherby Mag. So how I get mine sighted in is on the end of the barrel. I've got a laser bore sighter. You'll see it here closer in a second, but that paper plate out there is at 10 yards. I've got 2 dots. The top dot is where I'm aiming, and the bottom dot is where I want the hit to be. And that's just simply lining up the bore axis of the barrel and then the axis of the optic. Once we get that right close to dead on, we'll go back to 100 yards and we should be on paper and real close and make adjustments from there. So let me send one here first at 10 yards. I'm gonna get my can back on there. If you're not familiar with 257 Weatherby Mag, let me show you some here quick. I told you for this video I'm gonna sight in with this 100 grain Hornady interlock. Some lead tip projectiles right there, but that is what a 257 Weatherby Mag cartridge looks like. But let's take one at 10 yards and just verify that we're lined up here. All right, I'm just gonna load one up here, and we'll see if we need to make a slight adjustment to our scope here. Almost right on. I'm gonna make a slight adjustment to the left, and let's go back to 100. Get to sighting this thing in. All right, so back at 100 yards. Pretty calm day today. It's like 80 degrees, but it's super humid. I'm sweating even though it's only 80. But before I just came back here, I just turned out the trigger screw. This trigger is adjustable down to 2.5 pounds. I didn't back it all the way out, but it's probably pretty near there. I'd say it's around the 3 and some change trigger pull weight right here. But take my time here, get this thing sighted in. Oh. Feel like a good squeeze there. We're down to the left, so let me make that adjustment. All right, I'll take another one. This one ought to be pretty dead on for the bullseye. And we're putting them in there. I'm gonna go ahead and give it 2 clicks up. Now, let's move to a clean target, and we'll do a quick 3-shot group here. Go ahead and load 3 in the mag. That trigger, how I've got it set, I really like it. I'll probably leave it right there. Might be a little bit lighter than what you'd want for hunting, but I like the trigger how I've got it. Here we go. Do my best. Do a group of 3 here. Gonna see how this thing likes this Hornady projectile loading. That one hit with a slight right compared to where we were before. Felt good about both of those squeezes. Let's do a third. This will be our first group of 3. All right, felt good about all 3 of those squeezes. I'm gonna go ahead and let this cool, and we'll do another group. Not crazy hot, but it's definitely warm. After, what did we send? 5 257. Be right back, and we'll do another group. All right, now I'm back. Let it completely cool down. I was about to say ice cold. It's not ice cold, but it's as cold as it can be sitting out here, cooling down in the shade. So that group that we just did, again, that's with these Hornady interlocks, 100 grainers. Looks like I'm working on about a 1-inch group, and we're slightly right. I'm gonna go ahead and let's make a quick adjustment to the left a little bit. Good squeeze there. Good squeeze there. That one just about hit bullseye there. Let's send the third. And a good squeeze on that one. That one hit the same spot as the first one, so our group is shoring up there. That's a tighter group than the first one. I'm gonna let it hang out and cool for another little bit, and I'm gonna be back and do a final group of 3. How was our adjustment there? I'm gonna go ahead and click it left one more. And bring it down just 1. Be back in a second. All right, let it cool down again. Let's do another group of 3 here. See if we can get this group even smaller. Good squeeze there. Get close to it. Send the third. Finish this group off. That put 2 in the same hole too. Similar to that previous group. Hit the cold bore and then the 2 following went in the same hole. Interesting, but I did bring my calipers, so let's measure those groups. I'm gonna go ahead and make a left adjustment here. Let's go measure those groups and see how this 307 likes these Hornady interlocks. And I'll show you the others that we have to test out too that I've been collecting for a little while. All right, so here's our target here. And again, these are all with those 100 grain Hornady interlocks. So our first one at 100 on paper here, made a quick adjustment, then went to a clean target, sent 3 downrange, got a 1.19 inch group, let it cool, went to this, got 2 touching, and the overall group there is a 0.87. Let it cool again, and got my best group of the day. Again, 2 touching with a 0.84. So that's good to see the consistency, the last 2 groups there. That makes me feel like this is actually the true group that we're getting out of that thing when we use those 100 grain interlocks. Pretty cool. And I don't think I said it yet, but Weatherby does have a sub MOA guarantee. Their website says that they guarantee the 307 to do greater than, or less than I should say, 0.99 inch group using Weatherby factory ammo. And we definitely did better than that today, 0.87, 0.84. I told you I was gonna show you all the bow lights I got for this thing. I've been collecting this stuff over the past couple years every time I see it, with plans of getting a 257 Weatherby someday. This is all that I have found and what I've got in my collection of ammo storage. So I've got the Barnes 100 grain TTSXs. Those are those blue tips. Today we used the interlocks 100 grain. I use these to sight it in because I have more than 1 box of this, so I use that stuff because I have the most of it. And that's a lead tip interlock. Then I've got the 110 grain ELDXs. That is the red tip. These are the heaviest at 110 grain. But stay tuned. I'm going to be doing some more testing, and we're going to see how this thing likes the ELDXs and those TTSXs. But there you have it, guys. Quick trip to the range to get this thing sighted in. Again, this is the brand new Weatherby Model 307, made in Sheridan, Wyoming. Lots of cool features, adjustable stock, adjustable trigger, all that right out of the box. We were able to get with those interlocks, 100 grain interlocks, 0.8 inch groups. And hey, maybe this ought to be one of our deer rigs this year. Super light on the recoil. That can help with some of that recoil. I like the scope. That's clear glass, 34 millimeter tube. Hey, all in all, super sweet rig. And I really like that trigger, the way that I've got it down there. I'm probably gonna leave it there. But hey, Model 307s, go check them out. Go read more about them. They've got them in quite a few different cartridge loadings. But yeah, pretty sweet rig. I like the vertical grip. I'm a fan of that. Pretty cool. But hey, let me know what you think about these. My first time with the 307 and with 257 Weatherby Magnum. Pretty sweet. Stay tuned. Like I said, we're going to be doing some more testing. See if we can beat that 0.8 inch group and do even better. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned for more. Make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you guys in the next one. Hooty hoo!